Hello Internet, and welcome to a new series. I am just going to call it Movie Talk. Basically, what this new series will entail is, if you did not know, I am a nerd. I don't know, just because I like movies and wear collared shirts and am good at algebra doesn't mean I'm necessarily a nerd. Yep, I'm a nerd that rides motorcycles. That's me, for sure. But in this new series, I want to talk about movies because I love movies. There is a lot of movies that I can quote word for word. So I thought, you know, I've been wanting to get back into YouTube. I wanted more ideas than just Full Throttle Friday, which isn't going anywhere. Don't worry, that's still going to be the main series. But I wanted something more. So I thought, why not talk about something that I enjoy a lot? But yeah, I just thought that I'd make this series. I talk about something I love, movies, and I thought, what better way to start the series than to talk about one of my favorites. I don't necessarily have an absolute favorite. I have a bunch of movies that I would consider, you know, if I had to choose one, I would choose one of these. And this movie is arguably the greatest movie ever made. That movie is Christopher Nolan's 2008 superhero spectacular, The Dark Knight. If you don't know what The Dark Knight is, I don't know what to tell you. Basically, it is a 2008 superhero action film, starring Christian Bale and Heath Ledger, along with a long list of actors: Aaron Eckhart, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Morgan Freeman, Gary Oldman, Michael Caine. It is one of my favorites. It is arguably the greatest film ever made, based on the acting, the plot, the effects, the action scenes. Everything about this movie is perfect. So I like to take this film, break it down into why I think is one of the best films of all time. Just talk about it. I want the comment section down below to be all about this movie, things you like about it, things you don't like about it, if it's overrated, if it's not overrated. One of my friends, actually two of my friends, think it's a very overrated movie. They still enjoy the movie, but they think it's overrated for some apparent reason. I don't think it's overrated. I think it deserves everything, but I'm rambling about it, so now it's time to actually talk about it. So, the movie, by the way, there will be spoilers. I should have clarified that before, but then again, this movie came out 14 years ago, so if you haven't seen it by now, sorry. It opens up with this epic shot, bank robbing scene. You know, we have goons in clown masks robbing a bank. Of course, it was later revealed that this was the Joker, and the really cool scene where the bank guy has the shotgun and he's trying to shoot back the robbers is a very cool scene. Of course, the guy is an absolute idiot. I mean, first off, you know you have a limited amount of rounds, okay? So why are you going to use all of them like he did? And two, dude, these guys have machine guns and you're going to try to get them with a shotgun? You would have been okay if you would have just been hiding. But, you know, some people have egos. Anyways, and then of course, you know, the Joker is revealed, you know, no, I killed a bus driver. Bus driver? What bus driver? Boom! Bus breaks in the back, you know, one of the best entrances to any character in any movie.
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
You know, you got that one. And then you got Captain America's introduction in Infinity War, which is another one, but we're not talking about that movie yet. We will get to it, because I love Marvel movies. That introduction is one of the best character introductions ever. And then, you know, we fast forward, you know, you got the mob, they're stealing money, they think it's the mob. Turns out Joker stole the mob's money, which, oh boy, you don't tick off the Gotham City mob, I tell you that. Joker's plot's revealed. I'm going to kill the Batman, you know, and so he gains the help of the mob. He's like, hey, I'll give you half of your money back if you help me kill the Batman. But one of the things I want to talk about is Heath Ledger's performance in this movie is arguably some of the greatest acting I've ever seen. I have never seen any... Hey. I didn't see acting that good until I saw Spider-Man No Way Home. William Dafoe's performance in that movie is the best acting I have seen since Heath Ledger's performance in The Dark Knight. I mean, especially scenes like the highway battle scene. Come on, hit me, I want you to do it, That scene, his interrogation scene with Batman, and then that whole prison break sequence is just unbelievable acting. And then, of course, the whole ending. The final battle of that movie is unreal. I am a big Batman fan. Okay, I grew up reading Batman comics, playing Batman games, watching Batman movies. You know, and one of my favorite movies is the 1989 Tim Burton Batman movie, which is another movie I've seen 1,000,001 times. You know, the ending battle, I don't know if you ever catch, but it is a reference to the ending battle of the 1989 Burton Batman film. The rooftop battle, and just their whole demeanor in that movie references back to that one. You, my friend, need an ace in the hole. Mine's Harvey. What did you do? I took Gotham's White Knight, and I brought him down to our level. That whole sequence wherever he reveals to Batman, hey, my plan is way bigger and more complicated than you could have ever imagined. And which leads me into another point, the plot of this film. The whole Harvey Dent tie-in was unprecedented. The last time they tried to do an on-screen Harvey Dent was in Joe Schumacher's Batman Forever, which I personally love the film. I know a lot of people hate the film. And Tommy Lee Jones' performance as Two-Face or Harvey Dent. But the way they were able to do Harvey Dent in this movie, it gave him justice, because yeah, Tommy Lee Jones was kind of goofy as Harvey Dent, I'd tell you that. In this movie, and that's one of the things that I discuss as why The Dark Knight isn't necessarily the best Batman movie, is because I don't really consider it a Batman movie. It's more of an action movie that's put into the real world with these comic book characters. It's not a comic book movie by any means. It is an action movie with these characters. And, I mean, yeah, like I said, it's one of the greatest films ever made, but it's not one of the best Batman films because of that. It's not a Batman movie. It's not a comic book movie. I know that was the vibe Christopher Nolan was going for, and Batman Begins, the first of the Dark Knight trilogy, he really nails that authentic Gotham comic book feel. And then The Dark Knight, what ruined it, what got rid of that completely, was having the getting rid of the yellowish tint of the picture. That is what nailed the Gotham City vibe, right? And getting rid of that, well, got rid of the Gotham City vibe. Once again, I'm not trashing this movie. Like I stated, this is one of the greatest movies ever made. But I do like to differentiate it between Batman movies because of that. But back to Harvey Dent. Aaron Eckhart, underrated actor, okay? He's in many movies. He's in The Core, which is a goofy movie.
Oh, God. We've breached the shell.
But he does really good in it. But, of course, he's gained the most attention for his role as Harvey Dent in this movie because it is unbelievable, okay? At first, he nails the good guy district attorney, you know, the young, you know, newbie trying to win the vote of everyone around him, really. Which, at the beginning, Christopher Nolan does an excellent job at showing that Aaron Eckhart plays the character to perfection. And then the tragedy, you know, he gets in a relationship with Rachel Dawes. The Joker kills her. Well, you know, and in that whole sequence, like I said, that goes with the whole prison break sequence that I discussed earlier. That is one of the greatest sequences, scenes in film history. Just everything about it is perfect. And that is one of them. Harvey Dent, you know, Joker gave Batman and Commissioner Gordon the option to either save Rachel Dawes or Harvey Dent. And Unknown to everyone, but you know, Batman is Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Wayne and Rachel Dawes have been best friends forever. And so he asked the Joker, and the Joker picked up on this because earlier in the movie, whenever he threw Rachel out the roof, and he noticed how Batman threw himself out the window to try to save Rachel. And he even mentions this, you know, whenever Harvey Dent pretends to be Batman, and then, you know, he says, you know, for a while there, I thought you really were Dent. The way you threw yourself after her, that's the scene whenever he's giving him the choice. So he says he's not a guy, he's not a schemer. He doesn't plan things. He plans things. He planned this. He told Batman where Rachel was and where Harvey was. But in reality, he swapped the two. So he told Batman, hey, Rachel's here, but really that's where Harvey was, and where he told, where, you know, vice versa. So Batman rushes to the scene, to 52nd Street, and she's on Avenue X. So he rushes to Avenue X to save who he thinks is Rachel, but Harvey's there. And he's like, okay, now I gotta save Harvey. Harvey's freaking out like, no, don't save me. Save Rachel. And of course, Commissioner Gordon did not get to Rachel in time. Rachel is blown to bits. And Harvey is also, he got gasoline on one side. So of course, whenever his location blows, the flames spread to the side that he was was covered in gasoline, so half of him gets burned, which, if you didn't know that Harvey Dent was Two-Faced, this was your reveal. And, you know, Harvey becomes a serial killer. You know, he kills some men. You know, it's bad. It's a bad deal because the Harvey Dent Act was essentially what it was called, and basically he was able to lock up every single member of the mob. Okay, this was unprecedented. Gotham's worst criminals were now off the street, and it was Harvey Dent's greatest accomplishment. But if the public, more importantly, if the political side of Gotham were to find out that Harvey had killed people, well, there was no way they were going to able to pass the Harvey Dent Act, and every single member of the mob that they had locked up would be released back. And Batman realizes this, and he realized Batman is whatever Gotham needs it to be. So he takes the fall for the murder of all those people that Harvey Dent killed. Harvey Dent's killed by Batman on accident. You know, he was about to kill Commissioner Gordon's son, so Batman had no choice. You know, he didn't technically break his one rule. But yeah, so Batman takes the fall for the murder of Harvey Dent and all those other people. So he goes into hiding. And of course, the movie ends with this fantastic shot of Batman riding the Batpod in the cave with the cops chasing after him, with Commissioner Gordon saying, "Not the hero we deserve, but the hero we need."
He's a silent guardian, a watchful protector, a dark knight.
It's a perfect way to end that movie. Yeah, that is all I really have for my discussion on The Dark Knight. Comment down below any more discussion. I would love to talk about this movie. I could talk about this movie forever. Comment down below thoughts. Movies for me to talk about in this new series, comment them down below too, suggestions, because there are a lot of movies I can talk about, and I plan to do such. So comment down below movies, please. But that is it for the first episode of this new series. Hope you would like, hope you enjoy. Till next time, bye.
Oh.